Alright, how's it going, everybody? We are in a new world, and that's because we are going to take a look at the new update that just came out for Forsaken Trail, and see what all has changed. And the main one is something that we can look at here in a new world, which is that the starting quests have changed just a bit. So we need some plant fiber, which we can get from picking up grass or these flowers. I'm not picking the cotton. And we can get some sticks, picking up these little colored bushes, along with some plant fiber. Again, not picking up cotton, because cotton will give us actual cotton as well, and we don't want that, at least not now. I want to save that for when we can get some decent stuff along with it. Oh, we do need cloth scrap, which I'm guessing they want us to get the cotton because we can use that to make cloth scrap. No, we can't. Okay. So I don't know why it wants us to get the cotton, other than it gives us other stuff as well. So we're going to look for some trash around here and see if we can get some from it. A lot of times you can get some scrap from garbage laying around. Now see, again, this is showing, oh, wait a minute, I'll bet you we can, we can recycle the cotton into cloth scrap. Yeah, which I'd rather not do. See, we can get cloth scrap from garbage. And I don't remember having a pistol at the beginning of last time, so we now have apparently start with a 22 LR cobbled together pistol, a makeshift spear, and we start with a hacksaw. These weren't in the actual changelog, by the way, which I posted the changelog in our Discord. We also started with some cans of water, the MRE, which we started with before, the processing tools, which we started with before. I don't remember getting any of these things. This is for damage resistance. That's going to shrink your testicles. Nobody wants those. A plaster cast and vitamins. And we get our 6 bandages. We don't get any healing bandages, which is interesting. So let's just go pick up some garbage and get us some scrap. And there's us another one. There's us 4 more. We're up to 7, and we haven't had to waste 1 cotton yet. Oh yeah, I figured that would do it. That always gives a bunch of those piles of clothes, which I still think should be marked as well. What's with the laptop? Somebody dropped their laptop. Okay, so now we need flint and granite, which means we got to go pick up a bunch of rocks out here in the wilderness. So let's go see what we can do to find some rocks out here, which has the markers on it to help you find them. Which, by the way, is what the the update is doing, is giving us a marker for something, which is what I want to see. Flint. Now, I would absolutely love it if he would make an option for turning these markers off. Because once you've played once or twice, and if you're wanting to play a real survival type of thing and you don't need your handheld, it would be really nice if we could turn these starting markers off. When you're just learning, it is kind of nice to, you know, have your handheld, because some of us are idiots. Which, if you've seen my regular playthrough, you will know that's true. Took me 10 days to finish the day 1 quest. Alright, so I just need granite and flint. And flint is usually the more pain in the butt one to get. Seems we have a bit of a storm coming in. I still love how we can pick up eggs out of the nests. Hey, Tomas. Without actually having to open the nests. Makes it a lot easier to grab that stuff. Apparently we have a nasty storm coming through. Hopefully it doesn't get me too cold. I need some more flint. All I'm getting is basalt and granite right now. Basalt. Here's another flint. It gives me 8. There's 9. And yes, I'm picking up stones that I don't actually need. Okay, there we go. So now we need goldenrod, wild herbs, and honeycomb. And I'm not sure why that was, unless we can actually get the herbs from those bushes. Alright, there's our first honeycomb. Ah, yeah, we get the herbs from those. Okay. That sounds like a coyote. Let's steer clear of that. Oh, it's over there fighting that zombie. Let's just steer completely there. Away from that. And you'll have to give me just 1 second. I have to ban somebody from my chat. This ain't nobody want their commercial crap in our stream today. Alright, they're dead. We don't have to worry about them. Now, the sad thing is I don't have a bone to make a knife with, and I haven't picked up any. I need 10 bones to make a knife to be able to harvest it. I can make an axe. At least I should be able to make a primitive axe. Let's go ahead and make that. Which I'm sure it's going to want us to make one at some point. But we are going to deal with this first. Hey, Steven. The weather's clearing up. Well, it sounds like it looks like the weather's clearing up, but it still sounds like it's downpouring like crazy. Even though it's just a slight rain now. Let's see if we can get some bones out of this. It doesn't look like it. We're just getting lime powder. And I think scrap leather? Or compost. It must be compost. No, it's not compost. Yeah, it's compost. Alright, so that's not going to get us any bones. We'll just leave it lay there and let it decompose, and then we'll get the bones out of it. I knew that was going to happen. I hate it when they lunge after you hit them like that. Not recipe. Alright. And she just gives us cloth. How nice of you. Alright. Back for goldenrods. We need lots of goldenrods. Which I would have to bring up. It is kind of strange that we need the goldenrods. Because we can't use them yet. Chicken soup is not unlocked. Herbal tea is not unlocked. Clean yellow tea is not unlocked. The only thing we can do is make seeds. And unless we can eat these directly, which there's no use, we can't eat them directly. I'm kind of confused why we're picking them up. Because as of right now, they're useless to us. That's what we're going through right now, Steven. If you look in our Discord, I put the full list of all the changes in there. And we'll be going over all of them, at least verbally. You know how I work. I don't do creative stuff, so there will be no advanced changes or cheating things in. But we will at least talk about them and take a look at what we can. And then when we get done with the looking at the updates, we'll go into I'll end this stream, start a regular stream, so this is separate. And we'll go do some actual playing in the other one. And that should hopefully show us some of the other things. But we'll at least talk about everything. Need some more. There's one right there. There it is. Got it. Alright. Wild berries, corn, and eggs. And you can see this is the major thing that has changed is you now have markers for the wild berries. So you know where to find wild berries. Seeing as how, somebody's a dork and doesn't know that that is a wild berry crop, it now gives you a nice little thing to show you that it is available so you can identify it. Now, I don't want to gather all 20 of them because I want to see if I can find one of those juniper trees and make sure that it also has a marker on it. I make the guys in the tent mad. I hope not. I don't want to deal with them right now. Let's see if we can find a juniper tree. Oh, I guess this is a good enough time to mention it. One of the other changes, let me read some of the changes here real quick. Added markers for starting challenge collection, wild berries, eggs, and honey. So you would have seen that we can, it shows the stump for the wild berry, or for the honey, which I'm pretty sure anybody that has played the vanilla one will know about it, but it is still good to show it. I'll stay away from that. We got 6 bones. I'll stay away from that boar over there. I don't want to get my butt kicked. And that thing will definitely do it. Alright, now we got enough. We can now make a primitive knife. So now we can harvest actual meat and stuff, which again we can't really do much with, and we're just going to leave all of that over there to its devices, and same with that coyote over there. The next one is enemies would favor being large over small. That way you don't have what looks like children zombies all the time. There was way too many of those. I know it's a thing, but it's just, there was way too many of them. Well, I can't say it's a thing because zombies aren't real, but zombies, children would be a thing. But doesn't need to be quite as many as what we were having. So now they're going to favor being large instead of being small. So we will see more average size zombies like this guy, or the big tall guys, rather than the little bitty ones. Now, I need to see if I can find one of those juniper trees without pissing off a whole house of things. Apparently, hills are a good place to, or forests are a good place to look for them. We got a lot of trees back here. So let's take a run back here and see what we can find. Which, that's another thing I seen in the changelog is let's see if I can find it again here. Slightly increased max size of mountains in temperate zones and reduced undead animals in temperate and wet cities. And there was another one that said, I'll have to see if I can find it. There's another one that talks about that. Apparently when I was doing my regular playthrough the other day and I got attacked by a deer, apparently that was a undead deer. That's why it attacked, or at least that's what I'm assuming, since they have been reduced in forests. There's also something I noticed when I was loading up that's not in the changelog. It's just a normal thing. But I would like to mention it in this changelog, is that if you notice, there isn't a lot of rocks laying around the boulders for metal. Normally in vanilla you see iron, lead, coal, and saltpeter boulders all over the place. And here, did that chicken run across the fire pit or something? Oh, we walked across this charred wood, and it set him on fire. Okay. But apparently we have to do a lot of exploring. So for anybody, from the other channel that's used to Greg Tech stuff, that should fit right into something that we are used to, because we will have to explore to find ores now. Oh, what the heck that noise is? Let's come back here and see if we can find a juniper tree. That's not good. Nope. Nope. I have no stamina. Give me the gun. That's not a gun. Okay, but it worked. Stop bleeding. I stopped bleeding. Okay, we're going to use this. Why is there a feral white out here? I am not in a city. Why are you out here? Get. Begone, demon. I hate those things. Okay, so... Oh, we picked up... Grr. We picked up all the berries and I didn't realize it. Damn it. Anyways, it shows you about the berries thing. Alright, so let's take a look at what else we have. Hopefully not get my butt kicked by that guy while I'm doing so. We did the markers for the stuff. Enemies favoring large over small. Stumps regrowing incorrectly, making them disappear on the second harvest. If you remember from my playthrough, I harvested a stump and it just disappeared. Apparently that's one that, lore-wise, bees had re-infested the stump, so there was more honey in it, so we could harvest it for a second time. And on the second time that we harvested it, it just went away. So that should be fixed now. That's going to be something we're going to have to test over time. So that's not something we can just do now, because it takes time for them to reinfest the stumps. Reduce the amount of spitting zombies for normal enemies. So hopefully we won't run into any more of those spitting feral bikers that we ran into in the normal playthrough, because that was just pure evilness when we were in a very low level area. slightly reduce the speed of snakes so they're not rocket snakes quite as bad. That's something I'm hoping we will see while we're wandering around here. They're not going to be as lazy as they are in vanilla, I'm sure, so it won't be quite as easy to kill. But they're not going to be rocket snakes like they were with the last one we seen. Hey, we got a primitive club. I don't usually use clubs, but we'll try it out. Although I like my spear here. There's what I was talking about. Removed undead animals from temperate and wet forests. So there should be no undead animals in the temperate and wet forests. That would be the murder deer that got me. Although we still have the murdered dog in the temperate, but that's the reduced undead animals in temperate and wet cities, I guess. There's going to be a chance of us just seeing them out here in the wild and in the cities. Just hopefully not as bad as it has been. Flashlights and laser sights not working correctly on all guns. That's something we found in the normal playthrough, which we will check out because I still have it in there. So we'll check that out and see if we can actually get a flashlight on our pistol now, so we don't have to carry a separate flashlight all the time. Fixed storage pack not increasing the backpack size. That's something that I have not found yet, so we will have to check that out. I don't see backpacks in here. There's a storage pack, and there's that, which this is the normal clothing storage thing, and this is the armor one from what it looks like. It's weird that this one has the table picture on it instead of that, but this one has this. They're both locked. But I don't know if that's what it's talking about or not. I'm assuming that's what it's talking about, since that's the only storage things I see. And I don't know if there being any backpacks in here added. Backpack mod adds at least 4 slots now, so that's nice. Since we have a bigger area, adding one of the single pocket mods would be kind of crap to only unlock 1. It's nice if it adds up to 4. So I'm assuming that means the double would do 8 and the triple would do 12, or maybe it's non-linear like that and it's like 4, 5, and 6. I don't know. We'll figure that out when we do it, but at least the single ones aren't just going to be 1 slot, since we have a much bigger backpack area now. Rebalanced weight of ammo and components, adding weight to some ammo that had none, so that's a good improvement. Things are going to have more weight now. Our 22s, the weight of those is 5 grams a piece, and we have 89 of them, so it's 445 grams. So if we split out just 1, 5 grams. And let's see, all of this stuff looks like it has weight, the stone being the way more heavy stuff that we're carrying. Scrap that down. Some typos were corrected and incorrect descriptions. I don't know that I had seen any typos yet, but it's nice to hear that he's fixing them as he finds them and improving the descriptions, because descriptions are quite nice for understanding exactly what you're looking at and doing. Have us a bit of our MRE here, and open up a can of water before I die of thirst and drink that. Oh, another one. Changed and improved the loot found in police cars. Now that is a big one that I noticed when we were playing, because I got into a police car and got like nothing of any value whatsoever. And if you use the lockpicks to unlock a cop car, and well, it's a cop car, there should at least be a chance of finding a gun or some ammunition in it. And so that is quite nice. I don't have any lockpicks, so the chances of me finding one and unlocking one now is, slim to none. But it's nice to know that he has addressed that. Is that thing coming down here? I seen it flying. I haven't aggroed it. I am hurt. There goes the explosions again. The explosions are rampant in this game. Are you coming down here or not? We're trying to do an update thing. You gonna be annoying? You're just going to be annoying. Okay. Another change that he did was he rebalanced bounties to favor clears versus the infested and restore power. If you notice, when we were playing the regular thing, we had a lot of them that said infestation and restore power rather than fetching clear and clear. And I think when we went to the trader, we also seen a couple restore power ones, which when you're at the beginning, that's a second one that apparently I can't hit. Okay, everything showed up. That got bad real quick. That's what I get for complaining about a quest, apparently. I hope everything went away, because that was bad. Don't stand around 7 days to die. You will die. Especially in this mod, where everything kind of wanders. I'm also a little close to the city for just standing around like a dork. Okay. And let's get back to what I was looking at here. Fixed restore power tool, recipes to electronics, and added missing Sawzall recipe. Which, I want to look at this as well. A hacksaw is a saw designed to cut through metal and can be used to carefully saw pipes, wires, and other metal surfaces. Can be used to salvage basic metal appliances, machines, and vehicles. As much as I don't agree with it, this is your basic tool for recycling vehicles and appliances. This has taken the place of the wrench, which is why it looks like the pipe wrench. We kind of argued about that in the stream the other day, that, you know, some sockets or something. A lost 10mm wrench would be funny. But using a hacksaw, a sawzall, and I can't remember the other one for recycling components is kind of strange, but that's what he's going with, so that's what we are dealing with. The actual pipe is for fitting pipes, apparently. They're for connecting pipes, not for taking off pipes. Though with a car, you're not really taking off pipes. Same with appliances. But a basic screwdriver will get you through a lot. And then we have slightly increased the max size of mountains in temperate zone and changed undead animals in temperate and wet cities that we had already discussed. So it is getting nighttime here on day 1, and I obviously haven't finished the day 1 quests, but I would have actually been able to do it if I wasn't sitting here going over a changelog. So now I am going to quit this and go into my normal game. We will start a normal stream of that playthrough. Anybody here on YouTube, you can I'll have it actually, I don't think I can do the transfer thing, because I know there is a transfer thing they have, but since we are such a small channel, I don't think I can do that with this one. Let me check real quick. But I will go ahead and schedule the stream for it. Alright, it's scheduled to start in 4 minutes. So you guys can go ahead and head on over there when I get done here. And anybody here on Twitch, just hang out for just a second and the stream will restart. I'd like to thank y'all for showing up. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this little walkthrough of what has changed. I'm really enjoying this mod, even though I bleed like a stuck pig. I'm hoping that'll be coming in a recent update where he adds other like bruises or something. Which I have noticed I don't really get weakness very often. And I don't get fatigue. And I would use those instead of the bleeding, because if you have weakness, you shouldn't be able to do as much damage. I'm pretty sure that's what the weakness debuff does. And if you've been doing a lot of, and fatigue should be the same thing. I don't know if there is an actual fatigue debuff or if there's a way of adding one. But just weakness would be good enough. Rather than hurting you directly, it keeps you from being able to fight as well. And if vitamins aren't easy to find, that's the only thing of getting rid of fatigue that I know of from the basic game. So if they're not readily available, then you would have to relax a bit and take some time before fighting some more. So that might be a good idea rather than making us bleed constantly, especially when you're wearing full, clothing with armor. We have chest protection, we have bracers, we have leg protection, we have boots. So therefore we shouldn't be quite as exposed to getting scratched and bleeding constantly. But anyways, y'all have a good one, and I'll see you in just a minute on the other side. Alright, hello and welcome back. Hello or welcome back. If you are here for the update video, we are back in we'll be back in the normal world here in just a second, but in the update video, I was talking about the metal ore thing, and I wanted to bring that up here. Says in the early game, you can find ores by mining out rocks and boulders in the world using a pickaxe, similar to what we used to do in the vanilla, where you can get a little bit of ore from the boulders laying around. Later, when you require more materials for your base and crafting, you will need to head into the mountains to mine for ores. Look for colored spots on the map and exposed stone in the world to locate veins. Ores are unique to each climate zone, so you will need to travel around the world for them. So at some point, when we get to actual mining and metalworking, we will have to figure out exactly what biomes we need for different ores. Alright, this has got a lot of things to cook. So just let it sit there and cook for a bit. Now, sadly, this is a older playthrough, so we don't have a hacksaw in this. And I've broke my crowbar twice now. We can make a crowbar, though. We need some scrap metal plating, iron pipes, bolts, glue, leather scraps, cloth scrap, and thread, which I'm pretty sure we have most everything from here down. This one I'm not sure about. It does say it's unlocked by salvaging, but it doesn't have the lock thing on it. So I'm not sure if we can make it or not. I don't see the pin thing on it, though. Which usually there's a pin thing to... Oh, track. There we go. So let's look up this scrap metal plate. So we need iron scrap to make it. Doesn't look like it's locked. Let's see if we have some scrap metal left. I would love for him to change this to scrap iron plate instead of scrap metal plate. Since this is scrap iron, not just any random metal. Alright, so we can craft that. I would also love for this bar to be moved over here next to these things, because it took me forever to figure out that's the queue. Oh, I need 8 of those. What in the world am I doing? I'm only making 1. Let's grab the whole stack. Oh, look. YouTube decided to do a thing. Hold your butts. We'll be right back. Nope. They're still being a pain about it. One more second.